The 3 weeks from the 17th of Tammuz until the 9th of Av is viewed as the saddest time on the Jewish calendar. But what makes it tragic is that this is supposed to be the happiest time of the year. The biblical event that set in motion for Tisha B'Av to be a day of sorrow was the Tisha B'Av, when those who were sent to scout the land of Israel returned to tell the rest of the nation what they saw. The word scout here is an incomplete translation of the biblical Hebrew word tour, which is the true source of the English word tour, meaning the men were tourists sent to travel with the intention of seeing the good in the land. However, instead of focusing on the beauty of the land, the men lamented to the rest of the nation that there were many dangers that lie ahead, including other formidable nations seeking their destruction, forgetting that the same one infinite creator that took them out of Egypt and miraculously allowed them to traverse these lands undetected in the first place was still with them. Thus, they were called miraglim, for spies, as they chose to see the danger that they incorrectly felt lay ahead. What compounded the damage was that the nation then began to cry for no reason, as they too lost their trust in Hashem. In response, Hashem declared that this day, Tisha B'Av, would flip from what was supposed to be the good day of entering the land of Israel into a day of sorrow until the days of Mashiach, the days of redemption, when it will transform into a day of euphoria that exceeds even our greatest of dreams. More evidence as to how these days are supposed to be days of good is that the first day of the 3 weeks is the 17th of Tammuz, 17 being the numerical value of the word tov, meaning good. The 3 weeks culminate 22 days later with Tisha B'Av, which our sages say is a day that can best be understood by examining Tisha BeAleph Bet, the 9th symbol in the Aleph Bet, Tet. Our sages teach that one way of understanding a symbol is to look at the first time the symbol is used in the Torah. The symbol Tet is first used in the Torah for the word Tov. This theme of goodness in Tet can also be seen by looking at the number value of Tet, which is 9. On Pesach we ask, Tisha mi yodea, who knows 9? 9 is Tisha Yercheleda. 9 is the month of pregnancy. Babies represent the purest good. They are fascinated by the world, always wanting to laugh and learn with the purest of heart. This concept of Tet and 9 representing a baby can be seen when meditating on the symbol as scribed on an authentic Torah scroll. When focusing on the negative white space of the symbol, one can clearly see a baby in the womb, protected, nurtured, and completely taken care of. Visually, it can be seen with its head on the right, feet on the left, and the umbilical cord attached to the belly button extending upward. Truly amazing. In addition to symbolizing goodness, it is taught in Sefer Yetzirah, which is an ancient text attributed to Avraham Avinu himself, that Tet symbolizes a snake. In fact, in 2 separate places in the Talmud, it is stated that it is a good sign for one who sees the symbol Tet or a snake in his or her dream. Another fascinating way to see how Tet symbolizes a snake is to meditate on the word that is most associated with the snake, and that is the word Chet, meaning sin. All of the major characters from the story of man's first sin can be seen in this word. There are 2 ways of looking at this. One way is to look at Chet as symbolizing Chava or Eve, and the Tet as the snake, the Nachash, between Chava and the Aleph symbolizing Adam. A deeper meditation can look at Chet as symbolizing both Adam and Chava, as Chet symbolizes the chuppah, the canopy, at the Chatunah, the wedding, when man and woman perform the most godlike and infinite act on earth by coming together as one to create life. More evidence of the infinite and supernatural properties that Chet represents is that the numerical value of Chet is 8, which also happens to be the symbol for infinity and 8 on its side, as well as the 8th day of the Brit Milah. Then you have the Nachash in the middle and the Aleph symbolizing the one creator, as Aleph is 1 and is composed of 2 Yuds and a Vav, which equal 26, which is the numerical value of Hashem's name Yud Kei Vav Kei, meaning the infinite one that is future, present, and past, contained within one word, displaying Hashem's timeless nature. Now that we have established that Tet symbolizes both goodness and the snake, an obvious question arises. How can Tet be both goodness and the snake, which is the embodiment of evil? The founder of Chassidut, the Baal Shem Tov, provides a clue in the name of the Talmud when he remarks that during the days of redemption, the evil urge, which is symbolized by the snake, will be slaughtered, meaning that it metaphorically will be made kosher. The ramifications of this concept are immense. During the days of redemption, the time of Mashiach, all the suffering, all the anxiety, all the darkness that every individual has experienced in Olam Hazeh, meaning this world, will be revealed to have been really just concealed good, like a baby in the womb, as the numerical value of Hazeh is equal to 17 of Tov. All the evil will flip to good. Everything will make sense in Olam Haba, the world that is arriving. Haba equaling 8 as something that we cannot fully understand in our current finite form in this finite world, but will be revealed during these euphoric times when the presence of the infinite good, of the infinite God, will be apparent and obvious to all. This is the lesson of the 3 weeks and Tisha B'Av that is not often talked about. The fact that something that can easily be perceived as evil in this world is really concealed good. This isn't just another marketing slogan and isn't something to just be believed without evidence. The evidence is that no human could contain such infinite wisdom and depth into such a minimalist symbol. This is just a drop in the bucket to how deep the symbol Tet truly is, let alone all 22 symbols of the Aleph Bet in their original script. The script of Kitab HaShurit as seen on an authentic Torah scroll whose interconnection of their shape, sound, number, and use in the language of biblical Hebrew assures one that no human being created this and puts a smile on the face of whoever chooses to learn it on their own free will. The Aleph Bet are this truth that philosophers and commentators seek yet can never truly put their finger on. That's because truth is a word attempting to stand in for the biblical Hebrew word emet, the Aleph Bet, from Aleph to Mem to Taf, from beginning to middle to end. The Bible, which is an incomplete translation of the Torah into another language, has upheld the morals of modern civilization for millennia, but the depths have been lost, and the world has been robbed of the assurance that is provided by biblical Hebrew and Kitab HaShurit, plunging the world into uncertainty and chaos. By studying the 22 symbols of the Aleph Bet in its true form, especially during these 22 days of the 3 weeks, allows one to free themselves of anxiety of the unknown and focus on what is in your control, with the knowledge that what is not in one's control is in control by the alien being that created this script, an all-powerful infinite creator that can best be understood by our finite minds as the perfect parents, the perfect combination of male and female which come together as one to create life and wants the best for each and every one of its children. The collective consciousness that will flip Tisha B'Av to a day of infinite bliss is the consciousness that is Tisha BeAleph Bet, the generation that is saved by the Aleph Bet and will bring Mashiach. One final staggering objective mathematical truth that illustrates the point almost explicitly that the revelation of Tisha B'Av and Tisha BeAleph Bet is that redemption will come when the truth is revealed that evil in this world is really concealed good, is that the numerical value of the word Nachash for this snake representing all the evil in this world is equal to that of the word Mashiach. No human made this. It is with this knowledge that together we can and will unite as one under the banner of Emet, finally ending all suffering, uncertainty, and anxiety for every single human being on this planet and ushering in the greatest happiness and goodness this world has yet to experience.